Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Thursday night / Friday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. I'm still hanging out in Vietnam and enjoying it very much, but the market, not so much. Mostly sideways, choppy, and drifting down a bit. Let's go to the charts and check it out. We've had some overall news about President Trump and his tariffs. That seems to shake the markets overall, which may be having some effect on Bitcoin and the altcoins. Though we do have a break up in the last week, 2 weeks or so from the low we had down in March 11th, down in the 70s. We're now in the high 80s, so that's progress. But I'd like to see a break of 90 and then back to 100 and create that as a support. That would be ideal. But Bitcoin on the day chart, 87 now, green candle printing. See if that maintains. Ethereum broke above 2000 again. It's been hanging down here in the 1800s and has not broken the EMAs yet. So 2050 and 200. Ethereum is still below those. Bitcoin is above the 20 and 200, but not yet back to the 50. So, and I was on X, formerly known as Twitter, looking for some news. I didn't see anything earth-shattering. Most of the news is still good. Still governments, proposing stable coins and Bitcoin reserves, but that good news has not caused a giant pump. We got a nice trend up. If that maintains, we should break 90 in a couple days, in 100, maybe in 10 days to 2 weeks. But for now, it's just kind of drifting. So, any comments or questions about the markets overall before we go to Altcoin Alert? See if we can make some money in this market. Okay. Well, as day traders, we're gonna see what we can do with Altcoin Alert and its prognostications. I'm easy mode is off here on Altcoin Alert. I've got the altcoin radar selected. It gives me all the columns so I can sort any of them at my um, as I see fit. I will refresh, get the most current information, get my bottle of water, and do my first sort, AA score, all the way to the right. And I'm looking for values 80 and higher, but we don't have any above 80. But we do have maker at 78. That's pretty close. I was following this one yesterday. Didn't really make any trades with it, but brought it back up again today. This is my day trading layout, 15-minute chart, and I'm using Lux Algo supply and demand visible range for support and resistance. The green zone is support, red zone is resistance on the 15-minute chart. So you can see we're pretty close to resistance at the moment. And the ideal entry is going to be something like this, where it breaks below the 20 on this indicator, the RTI, relative trend index, then breaks back up here. That's a really good entry there. As you can see, made a nice move up, 8%, dipped back down, then went up to 16%. So I use these support and resistance levels for exits as well, take profits. You guys can use them that way as well too. But generally speaking, on my day trading, I'm looking for 1 to 1.5% profit. I'm an experienced day trader. I'm trading on a foreign exchange using leverage. If you are new to this type of trading, you should be doing so on spot, just buying the actual token as opposed to, perpetual or something like that, a future. Buying the actual buying the actual coin and seeing where it goes. Of course, that limits you to only going along, trades going up, but that's a good way to start. Especially most of my American friends, you can do that on Coinbase or Kraken. Um, and those exchanges have most of the coins we talk about. So Maker on the 15-minute chart is actually up here, about $20 on my watch list. Um, if you're curious about this combination of indicators and would like to implement this yourself, I can send you a link. Email me at cryptocj13@gmail.com and I'll send that to you. Okay, now back to Maker as a day trade. It is above the 80 at the moment, so that's not where we want to get in. We want to get in down here in the below 20, like this situation back on Tuesday. So what do? We can set an alert on the RTI, right click on the indicator, select add alert on RTI. On this condition here, we're going to go crossing up and change the value to 20. You can leave it on only once or once per bar close, which is what I usually select. That'll leave it on all day until you turn it off. Expiration, I've got the premium package, so all mine are open-ended, but you might want to set a time limit, maybe a certain time in the evening where it would turn off automatically. Maybe I should do that. Add a custom name. I usually use the information source, AA score. If you type this in enough, TradingView will remember it, and then you can just select it. So that covers my settings. On my notifications, I'm notifying my app on my phone. You do have to download TradingView app on your phone for this to work on your smartphone. Show toast notification, that'll show up on my laptop computer. Play a sound also on my laptop, and there's a few sounds to choose from. Click create, and you're good to go. That's how you do that. I'm going to modify mine a bit and trade both directions. If you're a more experienced trader and you want to do that, instead of crossing up, you'll select enter a channel, and upper bound would be 80, lower is 20. And that way, if it breaks above the 80 and then dips, you can consider a short trade, making money when something goes down. And then the rest is the same on the alert. And then you'll see I've got a rectangle here now on TradingView. So if this breaks above the 80 and then dips back down, that alert will fire. Okay, any questions on Maker as a day trade? Well, if you don't want to trade that often, you're more interested in swing trades. This is my swing trade layout. Still using the supply and demand visible range for support and resistance. I'm on the 1 hour chart, and I'm using my SuperTrend, which is alert friendly, as one of my indicators. And then I also use Trendilo LSMA, which is a moving average indicator. When these are all in alignment, like we had right about here. Yeah, that happened. The buy signal triggered, came out of the green zone, and the Trendilo turned green. That's when you would potentially enter that trade, see what Bitcoin's doing as well. And then, this one went all the way up 17% in just a couple days. So that's a really good swing trade. But we are at the red zone for the 1 hour chart. So in this situation, I'll usually look at a longer time frame if I'm inclined to trade that long. On the 4 hour chart, the red zone is up here. So if we got in now, went to the red zone, that would be 16% in 25 to 28 days. Not bad, not great. I like to get about 1% a day on my swing trades if possible. So I'm usually looking for like 10 to 15% in a week or two to accomplish that. But if you want to set this alert on a longer time frame, on the 4 hour instead of the 1 hour, it's pretty much the same. You right click on the super trend, add an alert. Trading both directions, you can leave on direction change. You just want to buy long, choose the buy function, and usually only once. AA score. Notifications are the same. I usually choose a different sound. And there you go. I already have a swing trade-on maker, unfortunately, from a couple months ago, so I'm not going to do it again. Though if something goes against you on a swing trade, it can be useful to make another purchase that'll lower your entry point and put more money in the trade. If it does come back, you'll end up making more money. The risk, obviously, is that if it doesn't come back, if it keeps going sideways or down, you would risk and potentially lose more money. So it just depends on what kind of trader you are. I do have videos on the ladder buying technique, which I just described. You may want to check those out. Okay, any questions on maker as a swing? All right, well, I'm gonna go through Altcoin Alert then a little faster. And since I showed you in detail how I set alerts, um, we'll see if we can find some more trades using Altcoin Alert and its sorts. The other one I like to do is social activity, match it up with trading activity. You want to see thumbs up and fire on both. That's something worth further investigation. Curve is something I've been trading lately, CRV. Got fire and thumbs up. Let's check it out. Okay, it's on my list. Go back to the swing trade lay or day trade layout. All right, so this one just bounced off the 80. So potentially a short if you want to trade it that way. And a short down to the red zone would be 9%. And maker just went off on an alert. So that's another one that could be a short. Those of you who trade that way, yeah, it just dipped below the 80. Let's go back to curve. But for a long trade on spot, this type of setup here that we had, on Tuesday would be a better entry. You can see how that really took off. 12% there on that resistance into the red zone. Took a couple days, but almost 18%. So that would be a really good day trade. That's the ideal entry. So alert on the RTI, crossing up on the 20, and you know the rest. So maybe social activity sort. All right, so that's curve as a day trade. It's a swing. Okay, we're at the red zone on the 1 hour chart. The 4 hour, also at the red zone. 8 hour, close to the red zone, but oh, there it is. Just reset. So if you got in now, be 33%, but it could take 57 days, 0.5% a day, give or take. Day chart. Again, lots of room on the day chart to go back where it was in December. But I'm not sure if I want to be in a trade that long. So Yeah, pick the chart you want to use, right click on the super trend, and you know the rest. Okay, any questions on CRV as a swing or day trade? All right. Let's see what else we have on Altcoin Alert. I usually choose 2 or 3 from the social activity sort. Got cake. And then trying to look for coins I know I can trade on the exchange I like to use. But I try to point out coins on Coinbase and Kraken as well. RSR, kind of like that one. I was following that one earlier in the week. FX. And some coins I'm not recognizing. Beam is an older project. Binance Coin, BNB. That's a classic. CPX. Let's look at BNB. I haven't looked at that one in a long time. Kind of expensive, over $600. Just dipped below the 80. So could be a short. You can see the last time it dipped below the 20, made a really nice move up. Yeah, 3%, not bad. That's the thing with some of these older projects, and you get the higher prices. You see a big move like this, and it's only 3% on your chart. So, but if you pile up enough 3% wins, your balance can grow quickly. So, right click on the RTI, crossing up on the 20, and custom name, social activity. And there you go. So that's a day trade on BNB, a swing. Got the buy signal and the Trendilo LSMA pointing up. We're pretty close to the red zone on the hour chart, and the last several coins have been dipping. Bitcoin on the hour chart, kind of going sideways, dipping down a little bit. I don't know. I don't like this entry that much. I'd rather get it down here, or at least breaking the 50, kind of in the middle. So maybe catch the next cycle on this one. So it'll print a sell and then another buy. Not sure when that'll happen. Could be later today or tomorrow. Um, yeah, choose the buy and go from there. Okay, any questions on BNB? Okay. Next sort, 1 hour projected range. It's primarily for day trading. This one looks pretty good. STMX has positive numbers in both the upper and the lower part of the range, 23% estimate. I don't usually trade this one, but that's worth checking out. I think we looked at this one on Monday. Maybe it was last Friday. Okay, it's not really on, it's on Binance US. I remember this now. And the volume was low. Yeah. Uh, so let's see where else we can find it. I'm not sure what this just crypto is. It's crypto.com, maybe. Yeah, it kind of blurs the red and green zones. but it's dipped below the 0 on the RTI and the 15-minute chart. So that's interesting. Last time I did that and broke up was here. And the move was less than 1%. So yeah, I'm not loving this. I think I'm gonna bail on it. You'll do that sometimes. You'll see something that's flagged on Altcoin Alert, check it out on your chart, and it just doesn't look that good in the recent past history. Nothing wrong with bailing on it, looking for something else. Okay, well, that was the no, that was the 1 hour projected range. Here's the ones I avoid. Uppers 40%, lowers negative 20%. So that's too much of a range. I like to see negative or very low numbers if I'm going to consider this sort. To be candid, I don't use it that much. So I think I'm going to break out of it. Let's go to short-term sentiment. And we'll match that up with Elder Impulse hourly. So we have a sentiment score of people talking about online, Elder Impulse, a technical indicator, and we'll see if we can find any matches. And we've got one here on Thorchain on Rune, which is something I like to trade. Yeah, let's check out Rune. And I might just set this alert for myself. And let's go to the RTI. And this one is just dipped below the 20. So this one's pretty good for scalping, making small profits. Like we had a dip below 20 there and then a break back up here. And get my vertical line to show you. That made a move about 1.4%, which works for me, but you may want a bigger move than that. And resistance is here around 2%. Not bad. So right click on RTI. I'm going to set up my entering channel. 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Once per bar close. Custom aim short term. And the rest is the same. So I'm going to create that alert and my rectangle is here. If you want to just go one direction, you'll select crossing up on the 20. Okay, so that's my day trade alert. Let's go over to the swing trade option or layout and kind of in the middle here. Took it now to the red zone, 3%, not that great. To this retrace would be 6.4. Going to go a little longer. 4-hour red zone is 22% in 29 days, so about a month. That's not bad if you don't mind being in a trade that long. So right click on the SuperTrend, select buy, and short term. And handbell, click create, and that's your swing trade layout for Rune. Okay, any questions on Thorchain or Rune? Well, we've been zipping along pretty fast. Let's go to one more sort on Altcoin Alert. That's the long-term sentiment. And this is pretty good for swing trading, though I use it for day trading as well. And I'm going to match that up with Elder Impulse Daily, longer time frame. You can hover your cursor over these question marks and it'll describe what these sorts accomplish. If I match these two up, Zcash, Maker, we looked at already, Curve we looked at, you'll see some duplication. Cake, RSR, Safe, Cody. I traded this yesterday. I'm still in it. Ugh. Ton. That covers it. Quite a few matches though. So not looked at Zcash in a while. Let's look at that one. All right. Well, this one is dipped below the 20. It's just about to break above. Though it did that before and it didn't do much. Had a little fake out this area here. So be careful. Maybe hold some funds back for an additional purchase or two. Yeah, right click, add your alert. If you're trading on spot, select the crossing up on 20. I'm going to choose the entering channel, 80-20. Once per bar close, and that was long-term sentiment. And click create. There's my rectangle. That's ready to go. You're trading spot, add an alert, crossing up on the 20. That's how you do that on Zcash. And once this breaks the 20, preferably with some strength, probably get in right about here. And then the red zone's up to about 4%, which is always a good day trade. So good luck with that. Let's go to the hour chart. And a sell just printed on the SuperTrend. Trendilo LSMA is pointing down, so we're not in a entry yet. You'd rather get in right around here. So I would just catch the next buy signal. Add an alert on SuperTrend, choose the buy, and you know the rest. So or you go to the 4-hour chart, 8-hour. Yeah. Well, that retraces 17%, but it could take you 58 days. I don't know. I'm not liking Zcash as a swing. Looks pretty good as a day trade. Okay, any questions on Zcash? Well, that's about all I had today for Altcoin Alert. Any coins you want to look at or concepts to discuss? Okay, I've got a chat. Okay. Daryl asked about Maker. Wants to go over it again because he missed it. Robin has a good question. Would you make a swing trade on a coin today and treat it as a separate trade from the stuck swing made earlier using only the amount of coin in the current trade? That's kind of a complex question. Yeah, I've instigated one swing trade today based on some other information. So we'll see if that pans out. I had a little more money in my swing trade account than I realized, but it's mostly tapped out. Swing trading has been really difficult the past few weeks. Market just hasn't made a big enough move. So I'm not sure how I would answer Robin's question. Robin says he's stuck in 7 swings. Yeah, me too. So I think I've got 5. So making a new one is, a little daunting, but if you have the budget for it and the technicals look good, market overall, we still think we're in a bear or bull market. We're not sure. Um, it just depends on what your comfort level is. But I understand being stuck in 7 swings. You may want to add to your positions on those to improve your position. But again, that's a little risky at this point. So I might make one swing trade. I wouldn't make a lot of them. That I can tell you. So yeah, I've got one swing trade open at the moment. Not sure if that answers your question or not. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. All right. Well, I'll wrap it up here then. If you're watching on recording, I would rather see you live, but please check out the opportunities in the pinned comment to help fund the channel. And I should be back on Monday night. So you guys have a good weekend. We'll see you then. Bye.